On October 15, 1951, television changed forever. That's when I Love Lucy premiered. And by the time it ended in 1957, it wasn't just a hit sitcom. It was a revolution. Today, we take things like 3-camera setups and live studio audiences for granted. But I Love Lucy was the first show to film on 35mm in front of a live audience using a 3-camera system. That single decision didn't just make the show sharper, it practically built the blueprint for every sitcom that followed. But the real magic? It wasn't technical, it was personal. Lucille Ball refused to do the show unless her real-life husband, Desi Arnaz, played her on-screen spouse. Network executives pushed back. They didn't think Americans would believe a red-haired all-American woman would be married to a Cuban band leader with a thick accent. They were wrong. America didn't just believe it. They fell in love with it. And behind the scenes, Desi Arnaz wasn't just acting. He was building an empire. Together, Lucy and Desi formed Desilu Productions, negotiated ownership of the series, and eventually turned that bold move into a fortune worth tens of millions. In today's money, hundreds of millions. They weren't just stars, they were moguls. But success didn't mean perfection. William Frawley and Vivian Vance, Fred and Ethel, barely tolerated each other off camera. There was a 20-year age gap, constant tension, and sharp insults traded behind the scenes. Yet on screen, flawless chemistry. And Lucy herself? That iconic red hair wasn't even natural. She was born brunette, tried blonde in Hollywood, and only turned red in the 1940s. That fiery shade became one of the most recognizable looks in television history. Now here's something wild. When Lucy became pregnant in real life, television had never dealt with pregnancy on screen before. A priest, a minister, and a rabbi reviewed scripts to ensure nothing inappropriate slipped through. They weren't even allowed to say pregnant. The word used was expecting. And when Lucy gave birth on the show in the episode Lucy Goes to the Hospital, more Americans watched that moment than President Eisenhower's inauguration. Let that sink in. The famous Vita Mia Vegamin scene, Lucy was actually gulping apopectin while pretending to get drunk. The grape-stomping scene in Italy, she nearly choked mid-shot, but kept performing until the cameras stopped rolling. That was her commitment. No ad-libs, no improvisation. Every single word was scripted. Cue cards were everywhere. Even Lucy's legendary physical comedy was carefully rehearsed chaos. And Desi, he had a photographic memory. He could read a script once and nail every line, not just his own, but other characters too. When the series ended, it was still #1, but Lucy wasn't done. After divorcing Desi, she became the first woman to run a major television studio on her own. And at Desilu, she greenlit a risky, expensive sci-fi project her board didn't believe in, Star Trek. That decision changed pop culture forever. Without Lucille Ball, there might be no Captain Kirk, no Mr. Spock, no Final Frontier. More than 40 million Americans still watch I Love Lucy every year. The laughter is real, no laugh track. The legacy is real. And the influence? It's everywhere. This wasn't just a sitcom. It was the foundation of American television comedy. If you love discovering the untold power moves, backstage tensions, and hidden brilliance behind Hollywood legends, subscribe to Hidden Stardom right now.